Are you looking at getting into high ticket sales? Well, I've been in the space for 3 months now, and these are the no BS results you can expect. Stay tuned to the end to see how much I've made in my first 3 months. Hey, what's going on? It's Jax here, and on this channel, I'm documenting my journey in the online high ticket sales space to create location freedom and financial freedom. I'll also be sharing a few tips and tricks to improve your performance in life as a whole. So smash the like button and hit subscribe if you're new here. So in my first month, there are 3 main things I did. Number 1 was networking. So in the paid community that I'm in, I jumped in, hopped on all the calls, met everyone, jumped on calls with them individually to establish myself and establish my presence in this online remote sales space. There are some people in the community I'm in making $30,000 to $40,000 per month. So when I joined that, my limiting belief of making money online was out the door. Because if I can see people are making $30,000, $40,000 per month, why could I not make 10? Why could I not make 20, 30, 40? I also produced a lot of content on my Facebook, and then people that commented on my posts, I'd send them a message, hop on a call with them, and I expanded my network like that. So there's probably been over 50 plus people that I've jumped on calls with individually, and now I've got great relationships with them. So now the second thing I did in my first month is role playing and learning. So I went through all the course materials on YouTube that I could find about appointment setting and all the course modules on the paid community that I'm in. I also jumped on role playing sessions with other people in the community so we could exchange ideas and just constantly get better and better and better. Because what this is doing is warming you up for the third step. The third step now is offer acquisition and job interviewing. So now you've got a decent network, you're learning the skill, so it's time to make some fucking money. So I actually got my first role through my network. One of the individuals in the paid community, he was over in the United Kingdom time zone and they wanted an Australian setup, so he palmed it off to me. In the 4th week of my first month, I had 4 interviews, which resulted in 3 job offers. Now, I would have got the other one if I wanted to work full-time hours, but it is what it is. Then I ended up taking a fitness offer, then jumped on that and started putting the skills that I've been practicing into use. And now, nothing is going to prepare you for your first setting call like the first setting call will. So you can procrastinate, train all you want. Yes, that's great, but you're ultimately going to get the growth that you want and that you need for longevity in this industry by actually jumping on the phones and doing the work and getting in the trenches. So the offer I chose was an appointment setting fitness offer. It was okay, but to be honest, I didn't really love it too much. I wanted to do something more in the business space, like the business opportunity or business coaching space. And also a bigger company so I can fast track my skills by coupling up and learning from the top performers. The fitness offer was selling 1,000 to 3,000 AUD packages, and as a setter I'll get 5% commissions on that, plus a base salary of $250 per week. Whilst I was on this offer, I was role playing with the people in my community to learn my sales skills. So I was working on my objection handling and discovery for the actual sales calls, because I knew I wanted to go from setter to closer as soon as possible. I was still networking at this point, but not as much, maybe only 2 to 3 new calls per week. But before I had an offer, my top week, I believe I had 17 one-on-one networking calls. So how much did I make in this first month on my appointment setting role? Made 2,000 Australian dollars. And tell me that feeling when the first paycheck came in and I got the bank app notification, all my limiting beliefs were out the door. I was like, this shit is real. You can make money on fucking line. Really quickly, if you've got a question for me, shoot me a message on Instagram. The link is in the description below, and that's where I respond instantly. Now back to the video. We're at the 3rd month now. At the start of the 3rd month, I decided to jump off the fitness offer, and I spent the next 2 to 3 weeks networking to find a new role. On that 3rd week, I landed 6 interviews in 1 week. So at the first 2 weeks, it felt like nothing was happening. I wasn't getting any traction, wasn't getting any progress. Then all of a sudden, 6 fucking interviews. And the funny thing about these 6 interviews is I actually got a job offer from all of them because I worked and role played my job interviewing skills. Granted, maybe 3 or 4 of them were absolutely shit. Cold outreach. One guy wanted me to connect my Instagram account to this AI follower bot to get these leads. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? That's not going to happen. But anyway, the offer I decided to jump on was selling business coaching and business consulting to individuals in the trades businesses. And for you guys that aren't Australian, that is like contracting in America. So your electricians, your plumbers, your landscapers, etc. So the reason I took this role is, number one, it was actually a closing position. So I just made the transition from a setter to a closer. Granted, I was only selling an $80 per week payment plan for 52 weeks, or they could pay it in full for $3,200, but I was still getting the repetitions in as a closer. And the thing about this offer that I'm on now is I love that there's so much training. I get 2 one-on-one 30-minute sessions per week, as well as 2 group training sessions for the hour. They generally go an hour and a half. So I'm getting so many repetitions in, and being around people that are better at selling and better at closing and have more skills than me, I'm just fast tracking my progression. Now, the performance for my first week on this closing role, I believe I had anywhere from 20 to 30 calls in the calendar. Yeah, there were a lot of DQs and no-shows, but I still had the opportunities there. I closed 0 deals. It felt like shit. I had a little bit of imposter syndrome, didn't think my skills were at that level to actually be a closer yet. But I just kept fucking grinding, kept putting the skills in, kept role playing, kept learning. And then the week that just went past my second week, I closed 6 deals. And yes, they were all payment plan, but I'm still getting those reps in. And for that week, I made $480. Yes, it's not a lot. I was probably making a little bit more money working less hours on the appointment setting offer, but I'm okay because I'm still getting the repetitions in. So for the rest of this year, whilst I'm focused on skill acquisition, rather than earning too much, of course I want to do both at the same time, but the skills are my main focus. I just keep in mind what Hormozi said. And if you don't know who Hormozi is, he's worth a couple $100 million. So when he gives advice, I'd fucking listen. He says, instead of trying to earn in that first 6 months, that first year, that first 2 years, go for the learning. And then on a 5-10 year horizon, because your skill set is better than everyone else, you're going to make a lot more money. It's just about delaying that gratification, getting the skills in, and then it's earning season after. So for me personally, next year, the start of next year is when I'm going into that earning season. But right now, I'm in the learning season. Now, these are the brutal, honest results of my first 3 months in the online high ticket sales space. So in total, I made about 2,500 Australian dollars. Yes, I'm no expert in this space, but in my opinion, I believe you should sacrifice the earning first to focus on the skill development and then go into your earning season. But I'm sure everyone's got a different perspective. That's just the perspective I have right now. Now, if you got some value from this video, the video that's popping up on screen now shows you exactly how I got 4 interviews with 3 job offers in my first month in the online high ticket sales space. So I suggest you watch that now. So conclusively, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.